Hey kids, I'm Rob the Builder, and you're not. And this is how nature rebalances itself. It's true. Now, um, today we are looking to complete all the detailing that needs to be done on our P-51D. That is our objective for today. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, this we will now do. Yes. Hey, Penny, how you doing? Hope you're well. Um, Now, yes. All right. Around we come. Now, of course, we all know the drill, peeps. Nothing's going to happen without this marvelous substance. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, let's see what we need to paint. Not much, really, I don't think. Let's bring the camera around. Go for maybe a bit of a zoom. There. Now. Now. What would be useful is a couple of things here, people. Let's get this out of the way. These out the way. Here. Because here and here we'll find the parts we need to paint. Now, something we definitely need to do is the rubber on the tyres of the rear wheel and indeed our front tyres. So we'll pop them aside. It's definitely going to happen. Now, what's the state of play with a canopy's done on the interior? We need to do the olive drab on the exterior. Now, which brings us to, good people, the other part of the canopy. Exciting stuff, I'm sure you'll agree. Give me a moment. Where is it? Here. Which I would suggest. Yep. And actually, I need to do the bottom there a bit more with the dark grey. We'll get into this. And the exterior is done. Excellent. But we'll tidy up the interior of that one. Now, we start getting down to some nitty gritties. And you know, guys, I think there's not much more to do, actually. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our assembly sheets. That will confirm this for us. Oh, hey, David, how you doing? Now. All right. Now. What color do they recommend for that? I'd say that would be aluminium. Just it doesn't actually say. But, here we go. I think. Give me a moment. Correctamundo. So, they're done. Winning. There's a part here that I can in fact see. Might be one of these sprues. It's around here somewhere. I saw it earlier. Or It's not there. Here it is. That needs to be painted. And so it's a lot of pretty small stuff. What the dealio is here. Now, yeah, wow. So it's pretty much, one last thing I would like to check. Where is voiced? There's a little thing that goes inside the canopy, a little circular thing, I think. No, because I've got it on the reason I make mention of it is because we've got the lid conveniently on hand. Of course I don't. When you see the drawings of it, there's a little circle thing there which has the wire going through the canopy and up on the cover of the box. Should I go and get the box to show you? We'll worry about that later. It won't take long to fix. Now, one thing I do want to check out, just for my own, because there is a vent here that we need to G2. Give me a moment, guys. Just want to make sure that. Oh, hey, Bassman, how you doing? What was happening? That sounds intriguing. Was there a bit of kerfuffle? Now, is that? Yeah, I'm going to need. Somehow, this would appear to have eluded my. Was it just that dirty? Yeah. I want to redo it. Yeah, the aluminium there doesn't look quite. It's great on the inside. Very happy with that. And the sides look okay. But this one, not so much. So I'll tidy that up a little. Now, finally. Yeah, this one too. This will be, not that one. That's the one I'm after. You blind bastard, drop. Where is? Just one last piece I want to check out, and then we can get down to business. And what's I looking for now? Jesus. I want to forget shit. No, it's not there. The because then we'll have all the parts out. Yes, we will. Let me just have a quick gander. Here's one part though that might require a bit of work. Give us a moment. Oh, it's going to come off, isn't it? Oh no, we're good. Now, oh, cool. Right now, I'll show you what I'm going. Oh, cool about. Give me a moment. Pop that down to there for the time being. While I'm here, I'm going to take the masking tape off of our covers. Now, here we go. And Yeah, I'll do the aluminium around this one too. So those two. All right. One thing I'm also going to do, because that's coming loose. I'm not happy about that fact. That's one of the wheel stems. So what I'll do is trim that off and just pop it in the blue box of bits. Hey, Carlos, how you doing? Now, sprue cutters. Bing. Then I'll show you what I was happy about earlier. It's a small thing, but you know, when it comes to scale modelling, it's those small things that make the world go round. Make the world go round, the world go round. Now, that's that done. That all assessed. I know what I'm going to be painting. Winning. All right. Next. The thing I was going to show you. Yes. Now we'll pop this over here for the time being. There are some tidy ups on here we can consider. Let's have a quick gander. I'm not entirely happy with that line. I think it's probably the olive drab that needs to be re-established. And there's a little bit of aluminium there. So when I'm doing those colours, I can bear that in mind. The thing I was going to show you, I keep forgetting to do so. And actually there's a little bit of painting we can do here that falls in the category of, and do you really think that's necessary? And the answer is, well, no. Although you could argue is any of it necessary at scale modelling. But I choose to do it, and it floats my boat. The story ends there. What it is on the inside of this, because this go, I'll show first what this is. That. Where that goes is, zoom out. There. So what I've done, obviously I've painted it red. Oh my god, I almost fell into a variant on paint it black. I couldn't quite come up with the opening lyric quickly enough. But on the inside of this, whoop. Yeah, that's all good, isn't it? That's always good, isn't it, David? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, there's not much to be said on it, I'm sure. It's all you can. Now, on the inside of that, however, I've done oily steel. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hit that with a bit of tinny tin to give it this weathered effect, which on that side you're going to say, and do you think people are going to see? I don't care. It behooves me. Yes, it does. And today, in Robster's extremely silly, now we'll zoom out. All right. Well, now it pretty much comes down to pick a color. Okay, we're going to start nice and casually by doing the inside of that I just showed you. Now, I need another mouthful of coffee, I do. Yes. Oh, there we go. Now then. Not in there. meters in the unfettered carnage. That is this one. Yes, it are. Boom. Found it. Now, actually, while I'm here, now would probably be as good a time as any. Are there any other acrylics I want to trot out? Let's have a quick look across what we're doing. I can use the acrylic black on this part here that I'm sort of gesturing at across. Doesn't. Well, we're putting black in. We're putting Karg black on. Actually, you know, I'm going to use the same black that I'm using on the tires because I reckon that goes on the inside of the cockpit. And I'm assuming, therefore, we'll have some degree of rubber seal action going on it. That's my premise. Now, I think, in fact, I will now be so bold as to say, I know that is the lot that we're going to need from the acrylics. Everything else is out. Oot and a boot. And now I'll just grab that. That'll do us. Come here, you. Now, there are a few other tidy ups on propeller blades and the main frame that we can do as well. Amongst our stuff, as I said. So we'll get all this shit happening. Oh. Yeah, dodgy wiring is always a good outcome, isn't it, mate? Everybody wants that shit. I remember living at this place, and it was so obvious that the way it had been done was not done by professionals or thought out in any credible or meaningful way, shape, or form. Meaningful is probably a better word. Just for starters, before you even got past even at the front door, they had, you know how it's sort of that you have your door set up such that it opens that way, so as you can get through quite easily. They've done it such that it had this almost zigzag through. It was counter to each other. So then the light switch, which you would have anticipated being, and it was a dodgy light switch, it was loose. Always a good start. Was not on the near side wall. No. You actually had to traverse the room. So if you came in at night, you ran the risk of doing yourself a nasty on the coffee table if you're unaware of where it was. The wiring was, let's just say I'm glad I wasn't living there for too long. This is coming off. Hang on. Might as well do it properly. And try and trim that a bit. There we go. Now. Yeah. But yeah, dodgy wiring is never a good outcome, mate. And at least you got that fixed, because you don't want that. That's, let's face it, that's a potential hazard. And yeah, that'll do it. Particularly given It's not really going to show that much. We're supposed to be having up to an inch of rain today. Consequently, my plans are to go fucking nowhere. This is one of those moments where I'm going, it's not working. Has its merits, you know. Actually, there's lots of merits in my situation anyway. Now, next. What am I looking for? Anybody answer that for me? No, you cannot. All right, next colour. Actually, there was another acrylic I wanted to get out. It was this, which is conveniently on hand. What I wanted to do was tie up inside here the interesting. Give me a moment, guys. There's something I want to show you. After I find the right tweezers to hold these, or hold this, because then I can also show you something rather cool. Give me a moment. Over here, I think I saw them. Aha! Now, first we might as well set this up for painting. There we go. Now, you get over here. Hope it shows. This is cool. Now I'm going to move the camera to there. Right. Aha, it does show. Right. You see that little circuit, whatever, I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but that little spot right there. Right. Oh no. Well, you're here now. How you doing? Now, that is the point. I'll need to drill a hole where the wire from inside the canopy goes through and then to the tail. Now, to show you what I'm on about, give me a moment, good people. Oh, this is a bit chipper making, I tell you. We're going to come back to here. Now, where is the box that I seek? Aha! Boff air, I tell you, by golly. If you think I'm a bit keen on what I'm seeing here, kids, you are correct. Now. Ding, 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 ding. Bow, bow, ding, 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 ding. Crack that whip. Ding, 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 ding. Licorice whip. Ding, 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 ding. When a problem comes along, you must whip it. Alrighty. Now, it goes onto the back of the chair. Right, here we go, peeps. Right. Bing. Yep. Now. Probably gone too far with that. Right. Right. as you can see here, boom, right there. That's it. Whip it real good. Dun, 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 dun. Bow, bow. Straight, so it goes through the canopy to the chair. Now, the trick will be to calculate how to do that with the canopy open. But the point is, that's not so hard. All I've got to actually do is make it from the chair across and up. Boom. So we'll drill the hole. That is what that thing I was showing you for is about. So when we get a moment, and you know what? Oh, we're so doing this right now. We knew. Now. Okay. Anyway, that is what, again, one last perusal before we get down to the nitty-gritties. This won't take long. No, I am almost 100% certain in my own mind. Well, yeah, almost 100%. In fact, I'll go a step further. I'm 100% certain in my own mind that, because if you look at it, can we get that nice and focused onto it again? Yeah, there it is. Now, it is positioned exactly in the middle at exactly almost. If it's not, it's spectacularly close to it. The other thing I would point that we can see here is that it goes bing. Yeah, in fact, you can see right there, it's definitely specifically printed. So what we need to do is drill that hole. So it definitely is. If we nail this nicely, and in fact, oh guys, that is some sexy work on their behalf. All right, here we go. Here's another thing that could. Now, if we get really close, you can see further. There we go. Look at that. There's actually a rectangular area. Now, if we're lucky, do you feel lucky? Once we've drilled the hole, some of the rectangular area will still be there. And we will need, therefore, to paint a little tiny rectangle around the area where the aerial comes through. You can tell me that's not sexy, and I'll tell you you're wrong. Oh, that is, oh, I tell you. Now, drill. I just had a thought of the with Drill Baby Drill. I was thinking of instead of Burn Baby Burn, like Disco Inferno. Drill Baby Drill. Now the question comes, good people. How wide a hole do I want to make? Rubbin. Well, here we go. What we can do, we're going to assess this properly. Give me a moment to find. Aha! Boom! This is our... Oh, hey, Ethel, how you doing? Oh, I've been doing all manner of things with masking things up and stuff there now. So we're looking. It only needs to be... Where's a... Where's the little thread? But here we go. Aha. I would say bing. Now that is going to be our aerial wire. So I'd suggest, given our drill bits, hang on, let me just... We could probably go... one of those really small ones. In fact, could I go the smallest, do you reckon? Let's have a look. I'll work it. I've got a bit of... Yeah. Thank you, Ethel. Dearie me. Now, what I'm going to do is get one of these out, and obviously I'm probably going to want something slightly wider. Yeah, they're bit too chunky for a punky. So I would suggest... Come on now, don't be shy. You know he wants to. Yeah, that'll be our drill bit of choice. Now, I'm a bit excited about this canopy now, actually. This is the first time I'll have ever done a aerial wire from through the inside. It's the first time I've had the opportunity to. So yeah, all right. Now, delay. And if I'm really lucky, I'm not. Now let's just sort of make a mark first. Make sure you get the right spot, big boy. I might have scratched the canopy a bit, that's okay. Is that the spot? Now, if it's not, I have a backup conveniently. Are we through yet? No. Oh, fuck. Hang on, let's grab this one then. Yep, all right, and we've got that same deal there. Excellent. This time, get it right, big boy. Now, how am I going to make sure that I do that? Because I don't have a backup on this one. Now, yeah, it's a bit trickier than I had anticipated. Rubbing. Do I want to go from this side? Because if I held that there with some blue tack or something, there's what the trick is, getting that to the right position for ease of drilling. Now, if I have that there, all right, hang on, I will get this. This is the shit that takes the time, but is worth the effort. Now, we're going to pull that across. Now, can I see? That's not so good because the lights. Yeah, okay. That's no. The other trick I'm noticing is that the drill wants to... now we're getting there. Slide off the canopy. So now I would suggest we're probably not going to be painting that little yeah, but at least we are in the right spot this time. Yep. Whew, dearie me. Oh, I tell you what, the cramping left arm is not helpful. Yeah, and you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Here we are. Now, and we are through. Nice. Yep, that's where it should be. Giggity. Give you a zoom in. It's not as clean as I might like. But we do a bit of knocking around bits here. It will facilitate us, or enable us rather, to put the cable through. Let me put my drill bit away. I'll drill away and I will give you a zoom in on that so as you can see what all of that kerfuffle was about. Then I'm going to have to redo that canopy, but that's not the end of the world. Or is it? I'm not sure. I lose track of these things, you know. Anyway. Now, so what we got... There's a spot that the cable will go through before going to the tail and to the back of the chair. Boom. zoom out. Now, having done that and had to redo, I'll give that a bit of a file there. We are going to need to redo our canopy, which is the only downside of having done that, or having made that error. So we may as well do our first. I'm going to get a file and file off a little bit of extraneous sprue, and then we'll do our surfacer. And then we'll get on with the other stuff. All right. Now, boom. Surfacer. Now, in one of these. Come here, you. Oh, hang on. Or is it out and about? No. Alrighty. That's the white surfacer. I want the grey surfacer. Come here, you. Gotcha. Late. Aha. Come here, you. Right, over we come. Now, shake. Let's get this mixed. Now, next, I'm going to need a fairly crisp brush for this and my goggles. We'll go with this one. Citadel, did I choose? Oh, I'm brave. No, something a bit more sharp than that. That one. Yes. A few more shakes. All right. Now, actually, I should put this bloody file away. Excuse me a moment. What the fuck? Oh, that was the tape. Come here, you. Oh, where's the other half of that case gone? Oh, there it is. That's conveniently close. Now, boom, that's that problem fixed. Right, as far as it was a problem, let's face it, it's a tape canister. How big of an issue can it be? There we go. Now, goggles. here. Now, pop that over to there. I'll be holding that here. So we're going to want the camera. Might just move for the time being. Alright, now get a bit of a reservoir of surfacer into the brush, and away we go. There we go. Might just run the toothpick along very shortly. Just to tidy a couple of spots up. But there we are. Hasn't taken long. Boom. Now, just grab a toothpick and just go along the... Indeed, all right. Let's get down to business. That's pretty clean. All right. There you go, Bassman. Ah! Next. Let's come around here. There we go. Now. Alrighty. Almost done on the outside. See about surfaces you can do inside and outside quite easily. And oh yeah. Oh yes. There we go. There's the back part done. Now we'll just do that front rim. Then we'll go inside. Round the inside, round the inside. Now, whoop. Yep, there we are. Ah, yes, just there. Oops. That's a bit of toothpick work required, but that will not take long. Come on there, back you go. There we are. Yep. Nice. All right. So, let me just see. Yep, it's be good. Yeah. All right. Give you a zoom in. Give me a moment. So as far as the exterior of this goes, boom. I'll give that a bit. No, we're good. Now, the inside. And then the other stuff. Now, first port of call. We've got options. Yes, we do. Some of them are very, like I said, it's pretty quick stuff we're looking at here. There's not much to really do. Now, this angle. A little bit of toothpick work early on. Might even get onto that now. Now, give me a moment. Here. There we go. Now, you get back there. And back we go. Now, so we'll continue this way. Now, we go down here. Whew. Almost there. I actually get quite a lot of enjoyment out of painting canopies. I think it's because you need to really focus on what you do. And that's something I rather enjoy having to do. A little bit of toothpick work there in a minute. I'll just finish that line. Come down here. Actually, no, not quite. Give me a moment. Here we are. Better. Now, inside there. And then yep, nice. Other side. All right, now what we can do with this as well. Yeah, I like that idea. If you zoom in on what I've also done just there, in due course. All right. Whew. Swish. Clean brush. And then it's time to zoom in. And then we'll move on to another color. We shall. Perhaps I should be word it a little differently. A color. Alrighty. Now, splash. Rinse. Alrighty, now, give me a moment. So, what we did there, right there in the middle, because it's raised up that little, we're going to actually do where the aerial goes through a little bit of, I'm not quite sure what color, it'll be a metallic. I don't know if it'll be aluminium, possibly gunmetal grey, or even ordinary natural steel, but something will be done there. The rest of it is all prepped up as well. Boom. One canopy ready to be done. You're fishing this. Hey Jeff, how you doing? You're fishing this week. What are you going for? Actually, given that you're in the US, it is entirely possible that I may not be familiar with the species you're going for. You're out. Wait, are you in the US or in? Yeah, I'm not quite sure where you're from exactly. To be honest, I know it's either of the US or Canada. Is what your voice sounds like, but anyway, what are you going for? Ooh, nice. That's a bit of a score. It's a good day's fishing, that is. Yeah, I might not be going out this weekend, depending. The weather for the next few days is pretty fucking ratchet. And with the rain and wind, because my mate has a bit of a health thing going on at the moment, unfortunately, we may not be going out. Now, if that is the case, oh, that's right, I was going to do that the same. No, be damned. What's this? Got something moved there, I'm sure. No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, if that's the case, I'll do a stream. We'll see how we go. I'll probably know sometime in the next few days, basically. There we go. That's this done. That goes on the inside of the cockpit. I'll give you a zoom in once I've cleaned the brush. And then we'll go for a bit of aluminium. Now all that is, and this goes on just inside the actual canopy. That's it. Boom, done. But you got to do them. These are the facts. Now, aluminium. Bing. Zoom out. If I had the time, well, time's not the issue, but what I'm about to say would be, suggest would be a very expensive exercise. It's more a money thing, I would suggest. And finally, perhaps life expectancy would be an issue. I'd really, life expectancy, no, you could do it over the course of about 10, maybe 15 years. I reckon it'd be awesome to be able to do. I mean, obviously, I go fishing locally, but even in Australia, there's a lot of stuff. The different types of fishing there are to do, haven't done. But then you extrapolate that to different parts of the world, and you go, well, I think it'd be awesome to go around the world just fishing, checking out all the different types. And now, boom. I think I might want to do, if I'm going to be doing some aluminium, and I am. Give me a moment. A little touch there. That's it. That's it. All right, the rest is pretty nice. All right, so let's mix. And after that, and there's also these bits here that we need to do. Now, give me a moment. Actually, I do need to do that bit there. But I don't think I'd be needing anything else on this particular... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I do actually. Bing. Might as well paint that as well. So there's a couple of bits there that need doing with aluminium. So we shall. And then there's a tiny little spot on there that needs to be tidied up. So we shall. Oh. Well, yes, indeed. There are indeed millions who would disagree with you statistically. Okay. First, sometimes, certainly when me and my mate go fishing, it's not necessarily about catching fish. It can be about just going out and catching up with your mates, and that's perfectly acceptable. And that's one of the angles you should always go out with, because there's every possibility you're not going to catch a fish. That's on the cards. Now, from an actual interaction with the fish caper, when it comes down to it varies according to the type of fish you're going for as to why people do it. I can certainly see why, for example, excuse me, just dropped my headset's doing its little moving around game and annoying me. Anyway, I can certainly see why there'd be the thrill of marlin fishing would be very thrilling. I can see that absolutely. Big game fishing, like when you got like I believe a black marlin can go up to 1,000 pounds. Now you get 1,000 pounds of animal on a line that is going to kick your sorry ass back. It's a challenge. Now even with the fish I go for, the brim, the biggest they get generally, if you score a 4-pound brim, good on you. That's big. So you go for, and you need to go, but the thing about them, because they're relatively small, that you need to go for them on quite light line, and they're cunning. And it's all part of the dance with the fish. I believe trout are very, there's a real trick to catching them as well. And that's the whole thing with a lot of species. It's the art of the fish. You must know your fish to catch the fish. These are facts. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they go fishing is they don't know what they want to catch. That's my opinion anyway. In my experience, you go about targeting a specific sort of species and you target where they are found, and where what they eat, and oh my, look at that, you've caught swordfish. Having never latched on to a bass, I cannot necessarily agree with you if you follow me, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm told bass give a bit of the biscuits when they get into action, and that's what you want. It's got to be the challenge of because it is the trick. Some people want to catch, like little fish that are just nice and easy and take them home and have a feed. Well, good on them. For me, it's all about having to outwit the fish, because fish, like all animals, are smart. Anyone who says, oh, they're just stupid animals, nah. Don't kid yourself. Their instinct is far superior to ours. And that's something you've got to sort of work with. You've got to understand them. And that's cool. At least I think so. You're entitled to disagree. There are certain types of fish I'd love to go fishing for one day. Barramundi's one that's found in Australia. They've got people come from around the world to fish for them, so you can't tell me that's not going to be worth going for. And they can get up to 3 feet long, and they fight like mules. They will kick your sorry ass back to the Stone Age, by all accounts that I've heard. And indeed, some of the footage I've seen, they will just jump clean from the water and kick ass. Boom, shakalaka is what I'm saying. I remember latching onto a not insubstantial salmon. That was Australian salmon, not the type that you guys would be thinking of. In the estuary on Light Line, and that was kicking from the water and doing all manner of business, and it was great. Cool. Wait a minute. He likes to fish at times, you see. Bassman. He uses lures and baits, see. Bassman. Yeah. We'll leave that there. Actually, I was checking out the lyrics to Taxman a while back, because it was shortly after I'd actually checked out the lyrics to Paperback Writer, and they're hilarious. They really are. And that inspired me to check out the lyrics of a couple of their other songs. And if you check out Taxman, there's a point where they actually make direct reference to certainly Mr. Heath, and I can't remember what the other guy's name, but I assume that he's the Chancellor for the Exchequer, I assume, at that time. So, yeah, I found that interesting. Now, that's them done. That little spot there. Now, this is not the brush for that job. Oh, wow. Good progress, guys. This is good stuff. Because now the wheels, that'll be a bit tricksy. foist. Rinse that. Now, we'll go with, yeah, that'll do it. Yep, boom. Goggles. There we are. That's it. Nice. That's all I wanted to do was tidy up that little angle there. There was a little bit of, you can see where it was, because of course that paint's not drying yet. It was still drying, but yeah, done. That's all I wanted to do there. Yeah, it's starting to come along nicely now, and as we're getting all this stuff painted, yeah, we're getting to that point now. Tomorrow, if we get all of this done, it will be time to hit the 109. Get all of that done. Now, tomorrow so it might be a couple of days of 109 work. We'll see how that rolls out. And then it'll be back to the Boss Mustang. We might be at the assembly point on that one, which is no bad little outcome all of its own. And if so, we can do that. And we will too. Now, splatch. Next. Well, got two options here, really. One, olive drab. Two, Kark black. Which one? This is, yeah, well, there we have it. There's the decision made for us. The olive drab is directly in front. But while I am here, I might as well, give me a moment, and I'll get the Kark black out as well. Because if I'm going to be mixing up the olive drab, I may as well as mix the Kark black. And then Wisconsin, that is the US, yes. Nice. That does sound pretty swish there. Boom. Jeff. Yeah, good one. Right. Boom. I'm not sure. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm not sure exactly where in the US Wisconsin is. Do feel free to give me some directions on that one as far as where it sits geographically. I'm always keen to learn these things. Now, Actually, the fishing around here has been hammered lately because there has been an environment. I think I told you about the toxic algae that's been hammering the coastlines. It's been really, really sad. When I say sad, upsetting. Because it's been killing a lot of wildlife, or marine life, and some wildlife, what's more. And, you know, that's not good, man. Yeah, and also if you know what you're doing, I think makes a difference. If you're just someone who's there and goes, well, what am I doing? If you know what you're doing and why you're doing, it makes a lot more sense. Here we go. It's a bit like, and you may not you might not think this is a flash either, but we'll roll with it anyway. It's a bit like test match cricket. To people who know what's going on, it's great. To a lot of other people, it's what the fuck is this? I know that's the one I used for, so not that one. Have we got any other green looking ones around? No. So I'll go for one. That one will do. All right. I know where Illinois is. Chicago. And if you wonder why it is that why I know this, the Blues Brothers. Although I'm also familiar with Chicago because, of course, Al Capone, very famous. But yeah, so it's above. Okay, yep. Okay. Oh, actually, I can see the fishing up there would be pretty choice, man. Now, what I need to do, give me a moment, is can I find... No. What I'm looking for is another set of tweezers identical to that. Because that way I can leave that one there. And with this one, I can here we go. Actually, here's a story for you from, or I don't actually need to do that now that I look, because it's already still on the sprue. From being on a boat, not mine, as in my story, but basically I used to know someone who had spent time as a cook on the mothership of a tuna fishing fleet, and he reckoned that the when he'd finished his shift, he'd go out the back of the boat and lob out a bait with a 130-pound braid and see what came along. They reckon usually you just get hit by big rays, really big rays, and you could have a lot of fun with that. But he reckoned on one occasion, and again, I repeat, 130-pound braid. So he's gone the maxing out here. Can be, yeah. But yeah, anyway. So he's got his bait out there, and he's been at the line, has suddenly gone roaring out. He reckons straight out across, ping, and gone. And all he's been able to do is go, what the fuck? But the dude in the crow's nest saw it. And yeah, he was looking at in excess of 20 feet of great white. And you think, yeah, probably best you didn't think you're hooking into that. What you going to do with that when it comes in? Yeah. Now, once this is done, I'll give you a zoom in. Okay, this shouldn't take long. There we are. All right. Yes, that's looking much. That's the ticket. Now, with this color, there's a couple of spots I wouldn't mind tidying up on the fuselage. Before I do that, I'll give you a zoom in on this once I've finished it. Oops. Oh, there we go. For a moment there, I thought I got a bit overzealous, but no, we're good. Whew. Now, next around and then straight up. There we are. 1, 2. After I've come up here, go a bit more onto here, I reckon. Now, next, straight down here. And straight down there. Boom. One canopy. Give me a moment. Yep. There we are. That easy. Let that dry. Whoop. Oh no. Well, I mean, sometimes stepping back for a while can be beneficial in any field. Sometimes. Now, give me a moment here, guys. You can do that by hand. And that. All right, let's tidy these little bits up. Hopefully I'll get these correct so I don't have to do any other tidy ups. All right. Better. Yeah. All right. Now all I've done there is tidy up that line. That's it. That's all I did. Boom. Now, well, we are doing really well today, guys. Now, clean that brush. Then, tires. And at that stage, good people, we are done. And that is an exciting, well, actually, falling into pedantry, no, will not have the main part of the canopy done, but we can do that as we do other stuff. That's not a biggie. And I'm certainly not going to let it slow us down from assembly, but our next port of call is, of course, to complete the 109's paintwork. So we'll do that starting tomorrow. Now, rinse. Now, alrighty. Bing. Next. Yoink. And just give it another quick shake just for my own edification. Hey, Big Racer, how are you doing? Oh, thanks, Penny. Now, all we've really got to do now, and the thing about this is there will be still some little tiny touch-ups. But as I said, at the point of being such that it is simply not going to prevent us from moving on with assembly now. Now, once these are done, as I said, we have finished painting our P-51D. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. And in fact, when we get back to it, probably our next port of call will be deckling. Yeah. Yes. I'll check out where all the decals go and yada yada. But it'll be now. I like to do it at this point because I find when I start putting the little stuff, and that includes the wheel stalks on, you don't have to move around that sort of thing. You can put your decals on, then put your small stuff in, and away you go. That's my theory. Now, in the meantime, good people, let us get a small brush. This one will do us. Is that too small? No, that'll do. Now, goggles, however, I do require. Now, where are we? Bing. Yep. Bit too far there. Now, yes. Yes. Get a bit of paint going in the brush. Now, something else I might do, seeing, depends on how long this takes. As in all the wheels, I might do, seeing as there's a few of you on, show you what kits I might be following this one up. I think a bird just flew into my window. I heard a lot of bird noise. Then one went thud. Something went thud into my window. And it all went quiet. So it sounds like a bird flying into my window thing. We have a lot of birds around here. Which I rather like, I've got to say. Here we are. Boom. Now, All right. Coming around. Round. Almost there. Now we are getting there, good people. Once I've got this one done, I'll give you a zoom in. Now, alrighty. All right. Done. Bam. What is that one is? Hang on. Very good. One rear wheel. All right, now comes the front wheels. Caffeine. Now, in this instance, I'll probably do the cutting, then get a bigger brush onto the larger areas. We'll see. Sometimes I say them, then I don't. Alrighty. Oops. So it'll be a little tidy up there. But again, I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, there's one rim isolated. Another error there. So there's going to be a couple, and they're going to be real easy to tidy up. They're going to be like getting a touch of aluminium and going splotch. And when I say a touch of aluminium, I mean literally a touch. Oh. I've been a bit clumsy on this one. Never mind. Round we go. All right. Almost got this one done. Right, that's that one cut in. Might go a little more around here, get a bit closer in. All right, other sides. Now, once I've gotten these cut in, yeah, I think I will go with the bigger brush. Because it'll just be easier. That is my theory. Well, it's not my theory, I know it to be a fact. So there we have it. Now, all right. One more tight rim. Ooh, sounds a bit saucy. Then I'm going to clean this brush. Then we're going to finish them. And then that will be us done for the day. And we've done well. Yes, we have. And I'll give you a zoom in as to what we've done. And then actually, I won't wind up the stream. I have a cunning plan. You will see what that cunning plan is in due course, people. It's not actually a very cunning plan at all, to be honest. All right. Almost there. All right. All right, clean brush, get a bigger brush. All righty. Now, we'll go for this one, I reckon. Now, always, and not just rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Always repeat. All right. We are almost there. This side. And then I'll quickly show you what we did today. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to get you guys to give me your thoughts on what Mustang I should build after this one. If I have options. Options. Now, Oops. Almost done. And then alrighty. Then we're going to come around this way. Now, alrighty. Little spot there. Around here. All right. Cleaning this brush, cleaning that pot, giving you a zoom in. Indeed, then we'll go through all that we did today. And then I'll show you our Mustang options after this. Now then. Now then. And splitch. All right. Now, first up, these are our freshly done wheels. Couple of small errors, but mostly not bad. Rear wheel. We also did the aluminium on the here and on the outside there. Those two vents, we're going to have to grunge them up a bit, but that's okay. Nothing too heavy. What else did we do? We did a bit of weathering, probably unnecessarily, but hey, that's just the way I roll. On the inside of, or we crunched it up more than weathered, on the inside of this part. So it's got a bit of oily steel and a bit of yuckiness. And that's the front of our aircraft. We did our front canopy. We did we drilled a hole on our, oops, daisy. rearmost part of our canopy. And got our surfacer on interior and exterior. We, what else did we do? Deary me, quite a lot as it happens. Did a bit of a tidy up in general on our, on a few things on our P-51. Looking kind of pretty now. Right, now, so that's all the stuff we got done. Now, give me a moment, guys. And I'm going to grab a few kits. And then you can tell me what you think. I'm kind of gravitating towards, it's coming along really well, guys. I'm pretty happy with all of that, you know. Oh, dearie me, Governor. Oh, that stretch is so nice. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now, give me a moment, guys. Now. Oh, yeah, that is the stuff. We want that one. That one. We want that one and that one. Is that the lot? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, we've got 4 options for our next Mustang aircraft, guys. Here we go. Now, the one I'm gravitating towards, pardon me, is this one. Now, that is the original P-51. One that was, or the type that was, it was, I might even say on the outside here as to what type of engine it was powered by. Either way, before it had the Merlin. So yeah, I'm very keen on doing that one. Now, very keen on doing all of these ones. Option 2. This one, the P-51B. Now that would be kind of cool from the viewpoint of, well, let's face it, I was building a P-51B before the filing put its fist up my ass. So this would give me that P-51B that I missed out on. Option 3, Twin Mustang. Now, this kit's really simple. Detailing options are going to be negligible. But I will have the Twin Mustang at that stage. Option to consider. And final option, the F-51. Now, as a quick little aside, this one I would probably build with the Korean markings just as a change of pace, and that's blurry. Which are those ones down there? You can't really. Give us a moment. There you go. So myself, I'm kind of gravitating towards the original P-51. But yeah, do you guys have? Here's an idea. It's going to be a while before I complete this P-51D. So feel free. The Twin Mustang, you reckon? Yeah, it's definitely falls in the category of a more unique aircraft. That is undeniable. Any other thoughts, guys? Any other opinions on this one? You can actually feel free to give me the Allison engine. That was it. Yes, I've got the one with the Allison engine. So yeah, anyone, or is that your vote for the Allison engine, David? Yeah, it's not going to refocus. Okay, but yes, if you want to give it, you can also give it some thoughts over the next day or so, because we'll be doing a few more streams on this one, and let us know what you think. Or I could even maybe put a survey on, pose the question on Instagram. I might. Yeah. And Facebook. Do a couple of those. Right. Well, there's a couple of lines. I thought what I might do is, like I said, it'll be a little while before we finish the P-51D. I could even put surveys up on Facebook and Instagram and see what they reckon. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that is me done for today, guys. Zooming out. All right. That is probably the way to roll, isn't it? Yeah. Do it certainly on my Facebook page and my Instagram page, or via Instagram. That would probably be and a good way of doing it. Yes, but there we have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. First-time viewers, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. It's very simple there. Hello. Oh, glad you had a good time, Bassman, and thanks for swinging past. Have a good day. Actually, in your case, it's evening, isn't it? Yes. Yes. It's a good evening, mate. Now, tomorrow I'll be back. We'll be on the BF109A tomorrow, and we'll hopefully get all the painting done on that as well. I will be back tomorrow. And like I said, it will be the 109A. Other platforms. If you'd like to track me down other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. Wow, David, you've done well to stick it out to this late. Thank you, man. All righty. Now, yes, I did finish mentioning other platforms. I've mentioned that I'm going to be on tomorrow. I've mentioned that it's going to be the 109A. So, all I really need to say now is that I will indeed be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And you're welcome, David. My pleasure. All right. See you later, guys. And hopefully I'll catch you all tomorrow.